Have you ever pondered why some choices lead you to success while others lead you down a path of regret? Choices. They are the invisible architects of our lives, shaping our paths and forging our futures. Every moment of our lives, we stand at the crossroads of decisions, each one capable of propelling us towards a different destiny. Think of your life as an intricate tapestry woven thread by the choices you've made. Each thread represents a decision, a path chosen or a path declined. Some threads are bold and vibrant, reflecting those choices that sparked joy, success, and fulfillment. Others are dull and faded, symbolizing those choices that brought about regret, disappointment, or even heartbreak. Yet it's this complex interplay of threads that gives your life its unique pattern, its distinctive character. It's the contrast of light and dark, success and failure, joy and sorrow, that gives your life its richness and depth. Now imagine if you could view this tapestry from a distance, see the whole picture. Would you be proud of the pattern your choices have woven? Would you bask in the vibrant hues of success, or would you be shadowed by the dull tones of regret? Choices are powerful. They're the tools we use to paint the canvas of our lives. Whether we pick up a brush of courage or a palette of fear, the choice is ours. And it's these choices that can either lead us to the peak of success or into the valley of regret. But here's the twist. Every choice, no matter how insignificant it may seem, holds the potential to change the trajectory of our lives. The smallest decision can set off a ripple effect, creating waves of change that can either lift us up or pull us under. So, as you navigate the labyrinth of life, remember this: every choice matters, every decision counts, and it's within your power to shape your own destiny, to weave your own tapestry. Remember, every choice you make, big or small, can change the course of your life. Think of life as an unending series of choices. Every moment, every breath brings with it a new decision to make. Some choices may seem trivial, like deciding between tea or coffee in the morning, while others hold more weight, such as choosing a career path or a life partner. Yet each choice, no matter how minuscule it may appear, has the potential to shape our lives in profound ways. Take the seemingly insignificant decision of choosing tea over coffee. This choice may lead to a preference for more natural, less caffeinated beverages, affecting your health in subtle ways over time. Or perhaps the decision to choose tea leads you to a local tea shop, where you meet a mentor or a friend who changes the course of your life. The ripple effects of a single choice can be far-reaching and unforeseen. This brings us to the concept of the butterfly effect, a theory from chaos science that suggests the flap of a butterfly's wings in Brazil could set off a cascade of atmospheric events, leading to a tornado in Texas. While the butterfly effect is typically discussed in terms of weather and large-scale phenomena, it also holds true on a personal level. Our lives are a complex system, influenced by an intricate web of choices and their subsequent outcomes. Imagine a day in your life as a vast ocean. Each choice you make is like a pebble thrown into the water. The ripples spread out, interacting with the ripples from other pebbles, creating a complex pattern of waves and currents. These currents can carry you towards new opportunities, challenges, experiences, and insights. But it's not just our own choices that shape our lives. We also ride on the waves created by the choices of those around us. The decisions made by our parents, friends, and even strangers can impact our journey. It's a dance of sorts, a delicate interplay between our personal choices and the choices of others, choreographed by the complex dynamics of life. So what does this mean for us? It means that every choice matters. Every decision, no matter how small, carries with it the potential to alter our path. It's a powerful realization, isn't it? To know that we hold such influence over the course of our lives. But it's also a responsibility. With every choice, we wield the power to shape not just our own lives, but also the lives of those around us. We are the architects of our reality, crafting our experiences one decision at a time. The choices we make can lead us towards growth and fulfillment, or they can lead us astray. They can open doors or close them. They can lift us up or pull us down. They can bring joy or sorrow, peace or turmoil, success or failure. However, the power of choice does not end at the consequences of our actions. Consider the story of John, a man who learned the hard way how choices can work for or against us. John was a man much like any other. He had hopes, dreams, and aspirations. He was ambitious and eager to make his mark on the world. In his early years, he made a series of choices that seemed beneficial and promising at the time. But as the years rolled on, the long-term implications of those decisions started to reveal themselves. John's first major decision was to drop out of college. He'd been studying business, but he felt stifled by the academic environment. It was a bold choice, one that many people warned him against. But John was confident. He felt he could learn more by pursuing his own ventures than by sitting in a classroom. For a while, things seemed to be going well. John started a small business and found some success. He enjoyed the freedom and the challenge. He believed he had made the right choice. But as his business grew, John started to encounter problems he was ill-equipped to handle. Without a solid foundation in business principles, he struggled to manage his company's finances and make strategic decisions. The second major choice John made was to ignore these problems. Instead of seeking help or furthering his education, he chose to double down on his original decision. He believed that hard work and determination would be enough to overcome any obstacles. But as the problems piled up, his business started to falter. John's third major decision was to take on a significant amount of debt to keep his business afloat. He convinced himself that it was a temporary measure, that he would be able to pay it off as soon as his business recovered. But the recovery never came. Instead, his debt continued to grow and his business continued to struggle. Eventually, the weight of his choices became too much to bear. John's business collapsed under the strain of its financial problems. He was left with nothing but a mountain of debt and a string of failed ventures. His choices, which had once seemed so promising, had led him to ruin. But John's story doesn't end there. In the aftermath of his failure, he made another choice. He chose to learn from his mistakes. He returned to college, completed his degree, and started to rebuild his life. He found a job, started paying off his debt, and began to plan for a future that was different from the one he had originally envisioned. John's story is not unique. We all make choices that can work for or against us. Sometimes those choices seem beneficial in the short term, but they can have harmful effects in the long run. Other times, we make choices that seem difficult or even painful at the moment, but they lead to growth and success in the future. John's story serves as a stark reminder of how our choices can change our lives, either for better or worse. His experience shows us that it's not enough to make choices based on immediate benefits. We also need to consider the long-term implications of our decisions. And when we make mistakes, as we inevitably will, we have to be brave enough to learn from them and make better choices in the future. Remember, every choice we make shapes the path of our lives. Choose wisely. So, how can we ensure we make the right choices? The first step is to pause and reflect. When faced with a decision, we often feel pressured to respond immediately, but it's crucial to take a moment, step back, and consider all angles. By giving ourselves this space, we allow the dust to settle and our minds to gain clarity. Next, think about the long-term effects of your choices. It's easy to be swayed by immediate gratification, but it's the choices that benefit us in the long run that truly matter. Ask yourself, how will this decision affect me in a year, in 5 years? By projecting into the future, we can make choices that align with our long-term goals and values. Another key aspect of making wise choices is seeking advice from others. There's a wealth of knowledge and experience around us that we can tap into. Talk to people who have faced similar decisions or those who possess wisdom you respect. Their insights can provide valuable perspectives and can help you avoid potential pitfalls. However, remember that while advice can be helpful, the final decision always lies with you. It's essential to trust your instincts and listen to your gut feelings. They are your mind's way of processing information beyond what's immediately apparent. Learning from past mistakes is also a valuable tool. Reflect on times when your choices didn't lead to the desired outcomes. What could you have done differently? By understanding our past errors, we can avoid repeating them and make better decisions in the future. Finally, understand that making the right choice often requires courage. It might mean going against the grain, stepping out of your comfort zone, or facing potential criticism. But remember, growth often comes from discomfort. Embrace the challenge and trust in your ability to make wise decisions. Self-awareness plays a critical role in all of this. By understanding ourselves, our values, our goals, our strengths, and our weaknesses, we can make decisions that are true to who we are. When we know ourselves, we can navigate the world with confidence and authenticity. To cultivate self-awareness, spend time alone in reflection. Journal your thoughts and feelings. Practice mindfulness and meditation. These activities allow us to tune into our inner voices and understand ourselves on a deeper level. Making wise choices isn't always easy. It requires effort, introspection, and sometimes a bit of bravery. But the rewards are well worth it. With every wise choice we make, we shape our lives in ways that align with our true selves. We become architects of our own destinies, shaping our paths with each decision we make. So the next time you're faced with a choice, take a moment. Reflect on the long-term consequences, seek advice, trust your instincts, learn from the past, and have the courage to make the decision that feels right for you. Remember, making the right choices starts with understanding yourself and your values. But what if you've made poor choices in the past? Is everything lost? Not at all. Quite the contrary. You see, life is a journey, not a destination. And on this journey, we're bound to stumble, to fall, to make mistakes. It's a part of being human. But in every stumble, in every fall, there's a lesson to be learned, a lesson that can guide us towards a better path. It's essential to understand that our past does not define us. What truly defines us is how we respond to our past, how we learn from it, and how we use it to shape our future. Our past mistakes are not roadblocks. Rather, they're stepping stones leading us towards personal growth and development. Consider this. A diamond is nothing more than a chunk of coal that did well under pressure. Your past mistakes, your poor choices, they're your pressure. And you, my friend, are that chunk of coal. The pressure you've faced, the mistakes you've made, they're shaping you, molding you into a diamond. But for that transformation to occur, you need to embrace your past choices, both the good and the bad. Embrace them not as burdens, but as lessons, as experiences that have made you who you are today. Embracing your choices means acknowledging them, understanding them, learning from them. It means not running away from your past, but facing it head-on. It means not dwelling in regret, but finding the silver lining, the lesson in each choice you've made. And when you do that, you'll find that your past choices, even the poor ones, have value. They've taught you what works and what doesn't, what's good for you and what isn't. They've given you a unique perspective, a unique understanding of life. They've made you stronger, wiser, more resilient. Once you've embraced your past choices, it's time to focus on the present, on the choices you're making now. Because it's your present choices that will shape your future. Remember, every choice you make is a step towards your future. So make each choice count. Make choices that align with your values, your goals, your dreams. Make choices that make you happy, that bring you joy, that make you feel fulfilled. In the end, it's not about making perfect choices. It's about making choices that are perfect for you. It's about making choices that help you grow, that help you become the best version of yourself. So yes, you've made poor choices in the past, but no, not everything is lost. Because those poor choices have brought you here, to this moment, to this realization, to this opportunity to make better choices, to create a better future. Your life is a result of your choices. If you don't like your life, it's time to start making better choices.